Welcome back to Live With, brought to you by Yamamoto Nutrition. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today's special guests are two of my favorites, the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, and his son, Lou Ferrigno Jr. Guys, welcome.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning.
This is my favorite interview every year, Lou. We always do before your Ferrigno Legacy Classic show, because I was telling my my new TV producer here, Tyler, that growing up, you were my hero. You were the guy I looked up to. I loved the Incredible Hulk TV show. I wanted to be the Incredible Hulk when I was a kid, and to get to interview the Incredible Hulk every year is beyond any kid's dreams, possibly. And I want to thank you for making that happen every year.
Thank you, because by now the Incredible Hulk has affected billions of people, not millions, billions now.
You know, Tyler is 26 years old here, and he actually knows who the Incredible Hulk Lou Ferrigno is. So that goes to tell you how you've bridged the generations, Lou.
3 different generations, and just the biggest Marvel iconic character of all time. And now we have the Hulk and Thor, and Thor Ragnarok that's coming out in a couple of weeks, which is getting bigger and bigger. I'm very happy. Also, you got to remember, when I first began the Hulk, it was the pioneer that laid the foundation for everything you see today. And because of my physicality, that's why I kept the character alive for so many years.
Well, you know, people thought that you know, you were animated back then. I didn't know as a kid that was really a real human being. Little did anyone know there was no animation back then. You were the real deal, you know.
Well, they thought Bill Bixby was with a jumpsuit pump up an air, but back then when it first appeared on TV, people didn't believe that body was real. It was the first time you ever see a bodybuilder live on a television series, and even though I was in contest shape at 285.
I mean, even now with all the Justice League and all this stuff, they're still wearing muscle suits. He's the only one that did it with his own physique.
I know. It was sad that they weren't able to do it, but I guess they wanted to make the character bigger than life. I'm actually teaching my son now how to do the Incredible Hulk impression. He does it. He doesn't know how to coordinate the most muscular pose with the voice, but he does the voice. So at 21 months old, I got a little Hulk in training already.
Never too early.
No. Lou, let's talk about the show, and then I want to talk about some other stuff. But the show is the Ferrigno Legacy Classic. This is the 4th year you're holding the show. The amount of growth that this show has sustained over the last 4 years is almost unfathomable. I can't believe how big you've made it in such a short period of time. This year's show will be showcased in the Men's Open by Cedric McMillan, Brandon Curry. These are A-list bodybuilders. I mean, you got so much going on. Lou Jr., tell me what we could expect from this year's event.
Well, the new addition is the fact that we have what you call the Flex Bowl at the Palm Springs Convention Center. We're going to have 5 stages there that handles the prejudging. We're going to have the USA powerlifting. We're going to have the pole dancing. And the wonderful thing about the expo, everybody gets a chance to move around and check out all the different booths. We have over 200 booths. And Dave, believe it or not, because I became Ordained minister, I'm marrying a couple 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. A close friend of mine and his wife. It's the first time a professional bodybuilder could have married a couple in their own show.
There's nothing Lou can't do.
Lou, let me ask you a question, Lou. What made you decide to become an ordained minister? That's kind of a different, you know, I remember when you became a sheriff, but now the ordained minister, where did that come from?
Well, like giving back, I used to be an altar boy, and I remember friends of mine like Dennis Reno, and all these people, much as they want to give back, because at this stage in my life, you know, I'm 65 years old, I want to give back, I help people, so it's just part of my passion to do that.
Yeah, we didn't have enough to do, so he's like, let's just add a wedding.
Now, if I was to get remarried to my current wife, would you dress up as the Incredible Hulk and marry us? That would be a bonanza.
Sure, set it up, kid.
I'm telling you, I might actually get my wife to go along with it. My wife doesn't like any pomp and circumstance, but maybe if the Incredible Hulk married us, she'd go for it. So
that'd be great.
All right, Lou Jr., talk to me a little bit about what you've been doing behind the scenes to make this bigger and better every single year, because it just seems like now it's all the rage. Everyone's talking about this is the show to do at the end of the year.
You know, we've been, with the exposure, with the reach we've had via social media, we've been getting this guy on almost every network you can think of, doing interviews online, Skype interviews like this one. He's been traveling around the Southland doing promotional work, just trying to get the name out as more than it already is. But in terms of the actual pro competition aspect, I mean, it's really been word of mouth. And these pros have heard about how successful the show has been, how well it's run, how well we take care of the athletes, put the athletes first, and now it's bleeding into bringing on marquee names like Brandon Curry, like Cedric McMillan, and now these competitors are going to enjoy this competition, giving spectators more of a battle than they're used to. So we've just really been hitting it on all cylinders. We've added Ted Johansson to our group, which has been he's played a huge part in marketing, getting 200 booths to this Flexpo, and word has spread like wildfire.
The good news is that the winners they get the first invite to the Arnold Classic and the Mr. Olympia 2018.
Oh, really? That's a guarantee?
So,
yep. That's awesome. So that's, if anyone who wins your show can guarantee get invited to the Arnold if they want to, correct?
And also Saturday night for the bodybuilding, we offer the first 500 tickets for free from the military.
Oh, that's great. That's terrific.
We really want to fill the place up with people who are diehard sports, are bodybuilding fans, fitness fans, physique fans, who really want to get back. And a lot of our competitors are in law enforcement, are in active duty or reserve military. So we want to give them what they deserve and give them some free opportunities to see the show. What's
the prize money this year?
It's the same as it was. There hasn't been much of a boost there, but we do plan very soon to be increasing the purse just to give these athletes much more of a financial incentive to compete and bring on their top physique.
Louis, what would you like to see the prize money ultimately be maybe 5-10 years from now?
I'd like to see it be almost like the close to the Arnold Classic, like the Olympia.
Yeah.
At least over $100,000 because these athletes, I would have to get into it. Bodybuilding is one of the hardest sports in the world, so they're training hard. And they're also excited about the invite to the Arnold Classic and Olympia because we're working together with Bob Rahm and Jim Long, helping each other. So I want this to be the biggest, the best show in the West Coast.
That is awesome. Now, what about the trophy, the Incredible Hulk trophy? Do you guys have it there? Are you going to be giving it out again?
Yep, still there. Goes to the overalls.
I love that trophy, man. I got to get a picture of it up. You guys don't have it in the house, do you?
We do. At the moment, we do, but it's in the gym. But what about a Dave Palumbo out of retirement competing on the bodybuilding stage? I mean, that sounds like something.
I'm like your father. I'm like Louis. I just want to live a long time and be healthy. So bodybuilding might not be the best way to achieve that at this point, at 49 years of age. Lou, let me ask you a question. While you guys are looking for the trophy, you have gotten a tremendous accolade in and of yourself. You are now on the new TV show, SWAT. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a brand new series coming to CBS on network television. I play Lucas Rocker. He's a SWAT team member, second in command on the rival SWAT team. You're going to see a lot of me, which is exciting.
Yeah.
I've been trying to follow in this guy's footsteps, man. He set the stage, bringing the physique to CBS, same network, back in the 70s and 80s, and so now it's time for me to really bring that muscle back because there's been an absence of solid muscle. So now it's time, and it airs November 2nd, 10 p.m. on CBS.
Louis, let me ask you a question. If your son ever put his mind to it, do you think he could have been a professional bodybuilder if that's what he wanted to do? Does he have the genetics?
Well, he probably would have competed maybe like in the classic competition, but I think he had more brain than that because not just bodybuilding, but like even USC could go to be an actor because, I wore my joints out, so I don't want him to wear the joints out.
Me too.
Well, I mean, we got a third guest into the interview.
Oh!
Look at this thing.
I love that.
Dave, we only had 11 we're going to give away for the top prizes. I cannot sell these because of Disney, because of a trademark problem, but we're allowed to give away 11 of these. And these are like custom, and a friend of mine that offered me to pay like $3,000 or $4,000 to buy one of these, which is not for sale, but it's going to the competition. 11 of these beautiful.
And let me clarify, our competitors are in fact very smart because they chose to do one of the best shows in the country. So that's how smart our competitors are, and they're kicking ass, and we'll show you that this coming November. I
got to be honest, Lou, if you ever sent me one of those, like as a gift sometime in the future, maybe for all my years of dedication to the sport, I would be for eternally grateful to you. That is the most awesome trophy I've ever seen. If I would just do the show just to win that would be enough reason.
Appreciate it. We had to get this guy involved. I mean, he is on the trophy, so it couldn't happen without him.
That is it's the greatest trophy I've ever seen. It's better than the Sandow. I hate to say it. Sandow means a lot more, but that is the greatest overall trophy I've ever seen.
Love it. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah. Lou, let me ask you this question. You've been elected now to the head of the President's Council on Physical Fitness. Talk to us a little bit about what that means to you and the validation of all the years that you've dedicated your life to physical fitness.
Well, because of my life, because of my passion for health and fitness, I've wanted to make America healthy again. I want to give back. I want to help President Trump be able to get off his butt to get this finalized, because all about the people, there's so much obesity in this country. And I want more people to get involved in fitness, better eating patterns, also working out, because I see so many kids, so many people texting and with headphones, watching TV, and they're sitting on the couch. We need to get those people on the couch, and then I just need to generate a lot of excitement when it comes to better nutrition. I filled all the paperwork and everything, so hopefully it'll be final soon.
What could you do in the schools, do you think, that could motivate people to be more physically fit? Do you have any ideas about what you might want to implement as the head of the council to do that?
Well, probably visit maybe some of the top schools and put maybe a big video message to school that, for example, when kids eat, get away from candy, explain the value of good nutrition, also improvise and work out and utilize something than just going to school, maybe before school, after school, working out to have a better sound mind and health and everything. It's very simple. You just got to remind them, because the fact that if you have a weight problem, that anybody can change their body. You don't have to be, great competitor on stage to be in shape. What about improving your body itself? Also working closely with my daughter, FerrignoFit.com, which we have a huge global website. We motivate people to get in shape.
Lou, is there any way to actually implement a nutritional, curriculum into the schools? Because I always felt, they teach you how to, learn the world geography. They teach you science. They teach you mathematics, history. No one teaches you how to eat. I don't understand. It's the most important thing you could learn in your life, and no one freaking teaches you that.
Our school has a vending machine, and the vending machine has candy, soda, and pop. Let's change it to healthier nutrition, like nutrition bars, like different orange juice, and like protein shakes you see in the gyms and everything. That would be a huge factor, because a lot of time you're in class, you go to a vending machine, what do the kids do? They drink a Coca-Cola, they have a bag of potato chip.
Right.
Change it to the healthy ingredient.
You think that you can make that happen? Because you know how these parents are, they brainwash everyone. People think that protein shakes are steroids, they have no idea.
Let me tell you, if anyone can, this guy can.
I think you're right. Lou, who was the best, aside from Bill Bixby, because I know that you have history, who was the best David Banner in all the movies, the most recent movies out there, in your estimation?
Well, they're all iconic actors like Eric Bana, Edward Norton, Mark Ruffalo, because they keep changing. I think Ruffalo, I love Edward Norton, but Ruffalo shows a sensitivity. But, I have to say it goes back to Bill Bixby, because that series, that laid the groundwork, and nobody could replace Bill. I mean, when you see the actor today, in my opinion, I'd rather look at Bill Bixby. A lot of people come to me, they say they love the original series because the Hulk is CGI.
Yeah, no, I agree. Now, for those people who might not know, you still do all the vocals of the Incredible Hulk in all the movies. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've done that voice for the movies in the past and everything, and everybody knows now I do the voice for the Hulk.
Is that? I mean, do you still get a kick out of doing it? Because obviously the Hulk is in a lot of movies still, so you must still be doing a lot of work with the actors in all the movies over there.
You should hear his voice when I don't clean up the gym. I'm like, oh God.
Because you got the gym in the house, right?
Out back.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get back to the show. I want to ask a couple more questions about the show. Obviously, it's coming up very shortly, the 18th and 19th. Unfortunately, it's the same weekend as the NPC Nationals. I don't know why you guys can't figure out a different weekend to do it on, because I'd love to come out to the show at some point. I'll be out here in Miami. But you got a huge lineup. You got a lot going on there. You got 200 booths, an expo. You've turned it in essentially to a mini Arnold Classic, and I know that was always the goal moving forward. How can it be made bigger now at this point, Luke? What haven't you done that you'd like to implement?
Well, for example, this year we're going to have over 200 booths, and I think it could be very successful. And then next year we're going to have probably 500 booths. Mm-hmm. And because people come here, because most of the competitors that competed the last 3 years are coming back because they realize what kind of a quality show we put on. Mm-hmm. And I want to expand. I want to bring in next year the MMA fighting. I want to include other sports like fencing, very similar to Arnold. I want to have a bigger show on the West Coast. But if you remember, Arnold started, he had a small, probably about 40 booths, 30 booths at the Veteran Memorial. But we're talking about 40 years. This is our 4th year. We're expanding rapidly. So next year, I think we're going to double what we have now.
Well, guys, good luck and congratulations on the 4th year of the show, and it's going to be huge. And I know you guys will get me all the pictures and all the media from there, so we can put it up at the RXMuscle website. Lou, before I let you go, you got to give me a little Hulk, please.
You always want me to do the Hulk.
I love it.
Oh, smash!
Awesome. All right,
Thank you.
this is you made my whole day. I'm going to show this to my son too. Lou, best of luck with the show. Lou Jr., best of luck with SWAT, the TV show. I know you're going to be a big star in Hollywood. It's great to see you grow up right in front of me, and it's a pleasure to interview both of you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to take us to the end of another episode of Live With, brought to you by Yamamoto Nutrition. I'm Dave Palumbo. We'll see you next time.
Hulk! Smash!